Welcome to Cyberbox.
Yo, what's up? Cyberx here. Today we're going to be learning about print statements within Java. Now, print statements are something that you print out to the screen or print out in general, which is a very useful thing to have in most programs. It's like, in a way, it's a step one towards GUI. You know, it lets the user know what's going on and what you're saying and what the program needs and so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, in order to do this, we're going to need to type in System.out.print. Now, the system, capital S, everything else is lowercase. Now, what we're going to do, we are not going to copy and paste. You can at home if you want to. I encourage you not to, because if you get so used to copy and pasting, you can forget it. It's happened to me, so I'm not saying it's going to happen to everybody, but I have more brain problems than normal people. But you can forget it. So it's best to always write it along. You know, I hate it whenever I used to I used to watch a video or I read something about Java, and it would say, all right, now we're gonna write this code again. And I'm over here typing it, and then I look over here, and here he's like copy and paste it like 15 times. I'm like, then it makes me have to copy and paste. I don't want to do that. And I don't want you to do it either. So this way we can type it along together. So first of all, system. So capital S, lowercase, everything else. So system dot out dot print. I have some brackets. Not brackets, but I forget what they're called. Alrighty, now within the double quotations, within the actual function over here, what it is whatever you type in there is what will be printed out to the screen. So here we could be like whatever, v.2. There we go. So if you hit Control and F11, it will save and run it. And there you go. Whatever, v.20. Alright, thank you for watching. No, I'm just kidding. So that is a version of System.out.print. Now, let's go and type it again. And now let's go and type something else in here. So alright, so now let's go and just hit Control F11 again and run it. Now, as you see, we have our initial statement here, but now my name is on the same line and it's really jumbled it up. So if you wanted to, you could put a space up here so that whenever you control and run it again, everything would be nicely spaced out. But that's the thing, what if I want my name as well on a different line? So what we would do is another statement called system.out.print ln, or print line. Now, for that one, you just type in ln, and you do it at the very top because it doesn't put that statement in a new line. It keeps that statement on one line, and it puts the next statement on the next line. So we go and hit F11. We have whatever, v.20, and then it's on a new line for my name is Earl. So as you see, whenever you have the print ln statement, it puts it on a new line, or the next thing after that will be on a new line. So that'd be for all, just for right now. Let's go ahead and do some more stuff real quick, because that is sort of way too much. Let's talk about variables and mathematical functions, because we can include these within the system .out.print statement or print line. So let's go and make an integer, and we're going to call it capital X. We're going to set it equal to 0. Capitalization means everything in Java. Okay, now as you see here, there's no error. It's just saying that it hasn't been used before. Capital X and lowercase x's are different variables. They have different holders for the different thing. But if you have two lowercase x's, you have an error saying that there's already one here. So let's go ahead and capitalize that. Actually, let's go ahead and change it so that way you don't get confused, especially if you're just starting out. So we'll have x and L. Now, what we can do is we can go ahead and set, let's go ahead and set x to 10 and L to 20. All right, now let's go ahead and change up our print. We're going to type in x is equal to, then we're going to put a colon, and then after that, you're going to put plus, not enter, but plus, then you're going to type in the variable name, and there you go. X is equal to colon, and then as you see right here, there's a space, so that way whenever you do run it, it's going to have nicely spaced out, and it's going to look nice. And then it's going to add the x variable, which variable x is 10. So it's going to be like x is equal to 10. Let's go and do the same thing down here for L. Add plus and add the variable name. And here we go. Now let's go ahead and hit Control F11 and run it. And there we go. X is equal to 10. Your L is equal to 20. So that's one way of doing that. We can also do multiple things. I really don't want to cover that in this video though, because like it can go on and go on and go on. So you can include whatever variable, and whatever that variable value has, you can include it into a System.out.print line. You can include it in the print function. I'm not going to keep saying that because it does get a mouthful. But you know, in our case, it's System.out.print line. X is equal to, then you have space and plus x. So basically, you're saying add the variable in this statement, and it will print out the variable value. So I think that about covers it up for right now, because I'm trying to think how to like cut this up without making the video like 50 hours long, because I can easily. So we learned about somewhat about mathematical variables and declarations of what the variable is. Let me go ahead and rephrase on that real quick. You're declaring x to be an integer, and integer is a solid number. I guess you could say it's actually easier to say it's a solid number. Now it does have a memory of how much you can hold, but we'll get at some other video. So right now we're declaring x to be a solid number of 10 and L to be a solid number of 20. Now you can't put 10, like you can't put -00, because that will not work. As you see there, it is erroring out. But again, I'm getting on and on and on. I'm going into here so that way you can kind of just play around just with that and go to the next video, and we'll talk more about mathematical functions. So as always, thank you for watching. Have a good day, and God bless.